Alright, so I want to talk a little bit about cayenne today, but first I want to explain something that I'm doing now. I created a mind map for this video, and I'm going to start doing it for all my videos, and I'm going to go back, record different sections for the other videos that I've done, and I'm going to put a mind map underneath those, so that you guys can have an organized form or an organized form of information, so that you can show people this, or you can actually be able to see it differently than me just talking about it, and you're able to see it and have it organized a lot easier. I try to make it as easy as possible for everyone to absorb this information, because I know we all are doing different things in our lives, and we're going different directions, so it's definitely important for us to work together and make it as easy as possible to absorb the information that we've all learned, so that we can all collectively know the things that we need to know in order to survive and thrive, and actually, be a real human being again, a real superhuman being again, and to really evolve ourselves and develop our senses and develop ourselves. But today I'm going to be talking a little bit about cayenne pepper, and cayenne pepper is unmatched by many different herbs, and it doesn't get a lot of press or a lot of talk, and not very many people talk about it a lot. So I wanted to talk a little bit about it today, and I know it's always out there a little bit. I've seen it, around with people and stuff like that, but I really want to focus on that, and you'll get to see all the information that I put out there in the mind map about it. But the main constituents of cayenne pepper are capsaicin and capsicum, and this is what gives it the really hot quality. On the Scoville units, it's around 30,000 to 50,000, but depending on where you get it from, I know there's one in Africa you can get that's all the way up to 150,000 Scoville heat units, and that's just the measure of how hot the pepper is. And so it's not the hottest pepper ever, but it is really hot, and so be aware of that. But contrary to common belief, one would think that, okay, pepper isn't good for stomach ulcer or stomach problems or anything like that, but instead, cayenne pepper is very good for stomach problems. It's very good for ulcers. It's very good for hemorrhoids. It'll instantly act upon hemorrhoids, and it'll have immediate effects on the cardiovascular system. So the heart, the arteries, capillaries, everything like that, it starts at the heart and then it works its way out to the limbs, and it immediately has an effect on equalizing blood pressure across the whole body, which is very cool and very, very key for people who have heart problems and heart attack issues. Keep that in mind. You might want to have some organic raw cayenne powder around. All you need is like an 8-ounce glass of water with some cayenne, a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and you put that in the water, stir it around, and you just guzzle that down, and that could stop a heart attack like that. In 30 seconds, it can stop a heart attack. It'll clean out your arteries, it'll clean out your veins, your capillaries. It gets rid of the bad LDL cholesterol, and it promotes good cholesterol. So there's so many different things that cayenne can be good for. It's very specific for varicose veins, so it actually delivers the nutrients that are in it and the nutrients that are delivered with it in the other herbs that you are putting in with it. So whatever you're mixing in with it, it delivers those nutrients also directly to the capillaries, the arteries, and the veins, specific for the cardiovascular system. So it gives the veins its elasticity back. So that's very important for varicose veins, because varicose veins is like the hardening or the calcification of the arteries. So anybody who has that condition, it's very specific for that, and I would definitely look into that. Next, there is wound healing. It's amazing for healing wounds. It actually pulls blood to the surface and allows toxins to get out. It staunches the blood, just like yarrow would. Yarrow powder would do the same, but I would definitely use cayenne pepper over yarrow, just because of the way it singes the wound together. And I've got a picture that I'm going to show you at the end of this video of my toe that I actually used cayenne pepper on. My toe was bleeding for like 4 days, and it would have needed stitches, and I was trying to figure out different herbs that I had, because I just sent all my stuff off to the United States, because I'm here in Germany and I'm about to leave in a week. And so I just didn't have all my herbs or anything with me, but I did have some cayenne pepper, and I was super excited because I put that on the wound. It burnt a little bit, but it did not burn as much as, say, putting alcohol on a wound or something like that. So it wasn't that bad. It lasted a little bit longer, maybe about 30 minutes of that burning sensation, but it wasn't really that bad at all. But it literally like singed the wound together. Within 10 seconds, it stopped bleeding after bleeding for like 4 days, which is very key. Stopping the bleeding and singeing the wound together. It was just amazing what it did. It's also got anti-fungal and antibacterial properties, so that makes it amazing for wounds, so that your wound does not get infected, which was a big deal for me because it was on my toes, and I needed something that wasn't going to cause an infection down there so I wouldn't lose my toe, which is very important to have, so I definitely didn't want to do that. But yeah, so I've got a picture of that I can show you right after this, but this is something that is going to help assimilate nutrients, and it's going to help eliminate toxins out of your body, which is very important for people. Digestion is very key for people, and this is something that's really going to help with that. So I really suggest getting on it. I don't eat it every day. I eat it maybe every other day or every couple of days. I just add a little bit into a smoothie to spice it up a little bit. I don't do it all the time, but it's always fun to do. And also, you know, you can make the lemon cayenne water drink that it's in my other videos. You can take a shot of that every couple of days, or a couple shots of that, you know, throughout a day or whatever. I was doing that for a while, taking a couple shots of that throughout the day, and it's not bad at all. You know, it's just like a regular shot. And so yeah, I mean, there's so many different things that cayenne's amazing for. There's probably more information about it in the mind map, so go through it. And I'm just giving you, you know, a compilation of what I've come across with cayenne and what I've been using it for lately and things like that. There's definitely more information in the mind map that you'll be able to see, and that you'll be able to organize a lot easier. You know, take the mind map, use it for your own database for herbs and stuff like that. That way you can show people in an organized fashion. You can even present it, you know, very well with this mind map. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Get on cayenne. Get on some form of it. You don't have to do it every day, but very, very amazing to have around, especially for wound healing or for people with heart problems and things like that. Definitely, if you know somebody with heart disease or any type of heart problems or varicose veins or anything like that, or even digestion problems, you know, anything like that. Like, I mean, it's very specific blood pressure problems. It equalizes blood pressure instantly, immediately. So this is definitely something to look into and to tell people about, because this can save many, many different lives, and that is what we're trying to do here. That is exactly what we are trying to do, is save people's lives and save people's consciousness. You know, this isn't just about saving the physical aspect of you. It's definitely about preserving the spiritual part of you. So definitely get the information out there and use it.